Hello and welcome to another episode of Bolts and Boost, everybody. I just wanted to keep you apprised on the vehicles. Today is going to be a short and sweet one, but as you can see, we are exchanging / flushing, not like a real flush, like technically speaking, but we're flushing the coolant in this thing. When I first got it, there was barely any coolant in here, which is actually common when you get vehicles over from Japan, just due to the temperature drop alone. And what will happen is air bubbles will get in, just due to the simple fact that the coolant is contracting, or someone lifted the cap, which I've seen, etc., etc., etc. There's so many reasons why the coolant can be low when you get a vehicle from Japan. And it seems like every vehicle I get does have low coolant. I usually just top it up and, ready to go type of thing. But with this one, it's a nice, expensive car. I want to do a full brand new coolant in it. So I got the OEM Toyota super long life. I got 4 jugs. Only about, I'd say 9 quarts came out. So there's still about 2.5 to 3 still left in the engine. I'm not sure if I'm going to get it all out. We're going to try as best as we can. My buddy Chris is coming over to give me a hand. But what we could do is probably roll it off these ramps, and another liter probably would come out. He's bringing over a nifty tool that he has. I don't know if I'm going to film while he's here, just because I'm not sure how he's comfortable with that, and I like to respect everybody's privacy. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and do this. I did test this already with my test kit that I got from AMSOIL. So according to this last one is about here. So it's like 60% life, roughly, just glycol percentage. And then this middle one it's kind of in between these two middle ones, a 6.6 and 3.2. So I would say go to step 3, and then step 3 is looking like it's at a 7.5. I wish my camera would, like right here, roughly. So according to this, the coolant in this thing is okay. On the door, it says that it got a coolant enhancer. I don't know why people just don't want to swap the coolant. It's easy insurance. These things have an inherent issue with a valley leak, if you will, and it's a silicone plate. And it's just the coolant eats away at the silicone, from what I understand online, just because people don't like to change it. So cheap insurance, everybody. Just change your coolant. It's not that bad. All of these were like $80. And I'm going to have fresh Canadian coolant in a car that's now in Canada. So cheap insurance. Next up is going to be oil change. It looks like it has a roughly 5,000 to 6,000 kilometers on this oil change, and the oil literally looks brand new. So I'm not too concerned about that. I'm going to check the air filter as well. I'm going to buy a nice free flow air filter. There might already be one in here, just because Japan is like that. But since I have this aftermarket intake, I don't have the accordion that I could just easily push and look at the filter. So I actually have to disassemble this, which kind of a pain. And I was eyeing up a nice catch can that kind of sits right there. So yeah, we're doing the coolant today. Should be fun, and we'll see how much more comes out. I also wanted to mention the theory behind why there's air in the system, specifically with this car now, is there's that sticker. I don't think my door's unlocked, but there's that, oh, it might be actually. There's that sticker right there that says that a coolant enhancer was put in. I don't know what they do to do that. They might extract all of the coolant, possibly, or they might just do a shady job of putting it in, or they might do a good job in their heads putting it in, but air gets in the system, and ultimately your coolant level will go down if there's air in the system, if you don't put more in it. Maybe it was just on that verge too, and then as soon as it came to Canada, it was too cold, so a bunch of the coolant contracted. There are so many theories as of why, but I did work most of the bubbles out, and they stopped surfacing. So that's a super good sign. And just like my other cars in the past, it shouldn't be an issue, and we should be able to just put some new coolant in this guy. A little bit of context of what I've done is there's a little bleed valve on the radiator that I just took completely out. I totally undid this cap, And then there's also a, let's see if you guys can see it here. Get my light. There's a drain valve. Come on. You can see just the tip of it there. Right there. It's uncorked. Let's see if that'll work. Yeah, right down there. Super easy to get at. There's a P-hole panel, I call it, for the, you can see the ground down there. That's where it goes. And it consists of 4 bolts, 10 mil. And you can easily access the petcock to drain the coolant. So not a bad job at all to do. Just getting all the coolant out is the tricky part. And probably putting it in and bleeding it properly will be the tricky part as well. It looks to be like, right now, this is the highest part of the car, which is good, but it's very close with the heater hoses. This whole kit, sorry, we can clean it up.
No more air though.
A little bit came out. A little bit came out though, eh?
Air came out. Yeah.
All right, everybody, we are done the ISF. It's actually been a couple hours after, because as soon as Chris and I were done flushing this thing out and refilling it, topping it up, I actually brought my truck in, my daily driver, and we installed one of those subs. It was actually the sub that was sitting in the Lightning. One of these guys, Hertz CBA 250, and I highly, highly recommend that sub. It was not only stupidly cheap, $300, and you have everything in the box, sub, amp, everything. I just had to buy a wiring kit and wire it in. So we did 2 things today. Chris and I did this, and then my buddy Tyler came over and helped us install the sub into my truck. So I took those boys out for supper and a couple of drinks, and I am back. Just ending this video off for you guys. So the coolant is a little bit high, but I anticipate that over time, starting it, running it, it'll probably burp down to like exactly the full mark. I wanted to get this done because it's the cooling system. These do have a possible inherent leak in the valley, and I obviously, with the right tools, wanted to test all that. And Chris's expertise, we all confirmed that everything's tight, nothing's leaking in the ISF's engine. So yeah, we filled it up, took it outside. It was outside for a while, and the level dropped just a tad, which is what you obviously are going to see. But I think we're good to go on this. So I'm going to start doing the other maintenance items on this. Oil change needs done. The brakes need cleaned up. I don't know when. I'll take those calipers off and probably send them off for powder coating or something. I haven't really figured that out yet, just because the clear is coming off on them. I do have a somewhat of a solution for that, but I'll leave that for another video. So as always, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I just wanted to basically document everything that's going on with my ISF and show you guys pretty much everything that goes on with it. So that's today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you like what you see, stay tuned for more ISF and Lightning content. I'm probably going to shift gears a bit and start working on that thing. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. And if you did, think about subscribing and check out our other videos on the channel. All right, everybody. Peace.